What's going on, everyone? How you doing today? My name is the Leaping Lemur and welcome back to another video. Y'all, today we're going to be talking about the Mountain Dew monster Boogie2988 once again. Now, last time we spoke about Boogie, he was saying the N-word on the LOLCal live show. And I guess Keem has been having him do a lot of shit recently. At least that's what people think. Because now, y'all, we have this whole Ozempic arc I'm about to present to you guys today. Now, this Ozempic arc doesn't just come with Boogie talking about taking Ozempic all the time. It also comes with some relationship issues he's been having, health issues. Like, these people really did a deep dive into Boogie's depression. Recently, he's been taking a lot of L's, y'all. A lot of L's in a lot of different corners. And it's not just his weight. Like I said, it also has to do with his relationship. It also has to do with his YouTube and his failing views. And this all comes down to Boogie going on Twitter and being a lot more open with what he's sharing his relationship issues, sharing his weight issues. And he's always been one to complain online, but it seems as though he's doing it to now anger people, or what people like to call rage bait. And that's the reason why a lot of individuals believe that Keemstar might be involved. But anyway, y'all, enough yapping. Let's get into the Boogie2988 Ozempic arc. So this whole Ozempic fiasco starts off with this initial post on Kiwi Farms, where a user writes, Boogie claiming he started on Ozempic last night. I know Boogie is an idiot, but how the fuck didn't the fact that he managed to undo his gastric bypass surgery clue him in that unless he makes serious life changes and starts dealing with the obvious psychological issues that compel him to hork down an industrial drum of gravy every night before bed, he's not going to make any progress. Nothing short of sewing his mouth shut, sawing off his hands, and giving him his nutrients intravenously is going to work. And even then, he'd probably have his child bride fill his IV bag with ranch dressing. If he has any autonomy, he's going to default to the fat fuck behavior. And attached to the post, they include this tweet of Boogie's that reads, So I took my first dose of Ozempic last night, woke up just now to eat a small breakfast, had 3 bites, and my body said, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. Staring at the rest of my food like it's a snake. Probably a placebo effect this early on. And that seems to be the common theme for these Boogie posts. He'll say that he's taking whatever medication for X amount of days and that he's seen so much improvement from it. By the end of this video, it'll only be day 5 and Boogie will still be spouting about how it's the best thing in the world and it's gonna be his weight loss miracle. And like, maybe for some other people Ozempic works, right? But for Boogie, somebody who's been through like multiple different weight loss programs, you know, he had his like gastric bypass surgery and shit. Like, Boogie's been through the ringer when it comes to trying to lose weight, and every single time he's like done some kind of weight loss and then instantly yo-yoed right back to being more obese. You know what I mean? It's like, this dude looks fucking huge, especially considering his age. He's only getting older and older. So you got to think about what that weight's doing on his joints. Boogie is not in good shape as it is right now. And I'm sure with time, it's only going to get worse as he ages. And eventually that shit's just going to kill him. But you know, that's not for me to say. Let's just move on to the next post before it gets too depressing. This next user we're going to look at basically agrees with what I said earlier and reiterates the same thing, writing, this shit will take at least a week to register in his bloodstream and properly take effect. He's just making shit up for attention. It's worth noting that when Boogie gives up and stops using Ozempic, there's a known side effect called the Ozempic rebound, where you regain or even put on more weight afterwards. It's all well and good if Boogie sticks to an actual schedule and routine/workout, but this is Boogie we're talking about. He's going to be back to his lazy self and throw in the towel, blame his lack of finances for the reason why he gives up, and then likely put back on the weight he claims to have lost. What's funny about this post is later on in this video, y'all will see that Boogie did indeed start complaining about the financial components of Ozempic, saying he doesn't know if he's going to be able to pay for the next month, so you know, it might not even work. Basically giving himself a reason to fail, but I'm getting ahead of myself, y'all. Another person replies to the same post writing, oh boy, we're getting another insufferable weight loss arc. Can't wait to hear about how he no longer craves food. Can tick that one off already. How X makes him sick, before and after photos, if he loses anything, etc. etc. I struggle to think of anyone lazier than this slob. Just continue to throw money at silver bullet solutions to his weight loss instead of putting in any actual effort. This will be for nothing in the end. Funny how he can afford it. Yup, here we go again. The user also attaches a Twitter conversation where somebody writes, "Will this still work, or are you combining it with some form of workout? I mean, you had gastric bypass surgery, as I did, but after 6 years, my stomach has stretched a bit. I can't eat as much as before my operation, but considerably more than when I got surgery." And Boogie replies, "I'm combining it with workout. It's light. About 30 minutes a day of movement, but it's hard at this size and being disabled, but I'm hoping that will increase with time." Then another user includes this post where he's talking about how expensive it might be for the weight loss coverage. He writes, "No, insurance won't touch it. Blue Cross Blue Shield in Arkansas doesn't do weight loss coverage. I've had to pay out of pocket and it's ridiculously expensive. I don't think I'll be able to afford it next month, but I'm going to try my best to take advantage of this first month. If it actually works, I'll basically suck dicks in an alley to pay for it the next month." I mean, this is exactly what that other post was talking about. Boogie is just trying to find a way to have an excuse when the pills don't work, just like he did with the gastric bypass surgery. Whether it be his depression, whether it be his childhood, he always has something he has to fall back on as an excuse for why he didn't lose weight. I mean, it's not like that gastric bypass surgery wasn't a success. He did lose weight. He just didn't keep up with the diet and then gained it right back. So what makes you think he's not going to do it on Ozempic? So while paying out of pocket for Ozempic, Boogie thought it would be a good time to get his girlfriend a promise ring, and this made people upset. And not because he got his girlfriend a promise ring, but because of the price of that promise ring. A user writes, "Boogie decides to give Desi a silver cubic zirconian promise ring. He paid $50 for it. Way too much. Worked at a pawn shop growing up doing jewelry. Max would have been $30. How fucking creepy, gay, and regarded is it for a 40-year-old 500-pound man to give a 21-year-old a fucking promise ring?" Now, I wouldn't call it creepy, gay, and regarded, but I would call it highly disrespectful. It really goes to show how much he cares for this girl that the only thing he's willing to do is pay for a $50 cubic zirconian promise ring for her. I mean, he could have gotten something else, or maybe even proposed, but I mean, I don't really want Boogie with this girl anyway. She's like half his age, so it doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? I don't think the relationship is going to work out at the end. It's obviously just kind of like a little sugar daddy thing he's got going on there. It makes him feel cool or whatever, and she gets a little bit of clout. But either way, I feel like this just shows how much he thinks of her, that she's just worth a $50 promise ring. But you know, that's not for me to say. It seems like the internet agrees with me though. So this is where the story starts to get a little bit muddy because Boogie changed the drug he was taking from Ozempic to a drug called Zepbound. A Kiwi Farms user found this out through a Twitter conversation Boogie had with another user. The user asked Boogie, "What if she wanted you to get down to a healthy weight so she can have more time with you?" To which Boogie replies, "I literally just started Zepbound for that exact reason." You know, you say that you care about her so much that you want to lose weight, but at the same time, the only thing you're doing is taking medication and not really doing a proper workout routine. What he said he was doing didn't really seem like a proper answer. Like, he didn't really give an answer to what workouts he was doing. He was just saying, yeah, he's going to throw a routine in there. How the fuck did your gastric bypass surgery fail if you were working out at the same time? He just doesn't have a good track record when it comes to exercise. But I guess he's still taking that Zepbound because like a day ago he made this Twitter post, and this is the last post we'll be talking about, where he writes, "Tuesday when I started Zepbound, I was 424. Today, 5 days later, it was 419. I can't say it's a miracle drug, but I can say so far it's working. I'm less hungry, I get full faster, I even have energy to work out still. That's just on the first 5 days. Wow. Feeling hopeful." So we can only guess how truthful this is, but in my eyes, I think this is just a bunch of bullshit. I think it might be a combination of rage bait and delusion coming from Boogie. And I mean, I'd never see the day where Boogie became like a full out lolcow. I know he's always been somewhat lolcow status, but this is some really crazy shit he's been going on so far. I mean, it started off with dating the extremely young girlfriend, then he got on lolcow live, and that's another thing. But now look at him, man. Now he's going on Twitter and doing Ozempic day by day updates. Like, what kind of dystopian weird shit is this, y'all? Anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your guys' attention, and we're gonna have to track this, guys. We're gonna have to see if Boogie really does end up losing weight, because it would be pretty crazy considering all the other weight loss tricks he's tried to do. But you never know with Ozempic, right? It's supposed to be the new miracle drug that everybody's using. Anyway, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.